Hey guys, how are you? Let's see, another day, another workout. Today, we're gonna do some abs. We have not specifically done abs for a while. As usual, a lot of the compound moves we do in other workouts work our core and our abs. But today I decided, hey, let's mix it up a little bit and let's do a day where we focus on our abs, and then we needed to throw in another body part too. So I thought, hamstrings, let's do that today. So we're gonna do core, abs, and hamstrings, which I think is gonna be a fun combination. If you worked out with me on Monday, you are likely still a little bit sore, but Monday was kind of a weird day. We had some glitches with my internet, so you might have missed that one, and we'll get our legs today, all right? So here's what you will need. You will need a bunch of different weights, heavy to light. Make sure you've got some stuff that will challenge you on the heavy end, and then something a little different today, and this is the only other thing you need. You need one of two things. And I'll say this. If you do not have one of these two things, it is not the end of the world. Don't worry. Okay, you'll still be able to do this class, and it'll still be great. But if you have a carpeted floor or a rug or something like that that you're doing this workout on, you need something that will slide. So paper or plastic plates work great. If you've got the official slides, you can use those too. If you have a wood floor or a tile floor or something flat and slick, get 2 hand towels, and that'll work too. You just need something that'll slide a little bit on the floor. If you don't have anything that you think will work, don't stress about it. You'll still be able to do this class just fine. So gather your stuff together, weights, and either paper plates if you're doing this on carpet or a rug, or 2 hand towels will work if you're doing this workout on a harder surface like a wood floor or a tile floor, all right? That's all you need. And then water. If you like to listen to music while you work out, get that going as well, because I don't play music here on my channel. I let you guys choose what music you want to listen to. Once you get all that, let me know that you're here. We're going to get started here real quick. But I'm going to take a drink again because it's early in the morning and I have to talk. All right. Let's see. Where do I want to start? It's been a hot minute since we did abs. Okay. Have you got all your stuff? Check in if you've got a chance. One last time, grab a bunch of weights. Make sure you've got some heavy weights because we are throwing hamstrings into the mix today. And then you need either paper or plastic plates or hand towels, or if you've got the official slides, you can use those as well, but definitely not needed. And let's get going. We're just gonna start out with a plank, all right? So I've got my mats kind of rolled up in front of me because that's what I'm gonna have under my hands, but I wanna walk out here for a second just to kind of loosen up and stretch. So let's give ourselves a big stretch. We deserve it. It's Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? Yes. And then we're gonna come down, kind of give yourself a little stretch in the back and hamstrings, and then we're gonna walk out and just hold that plank position. Now, you can do a plank from your knees, but work on your form regardless. You want like your chest between your hands. You want your shoulders lined up with your wrists. And you want a big, long body line or spine. So kind of stretch your abs. You might be a little shaky. I will be too today. But I see a lot of people as they get tired, they do this. All right? So try to keep that form nice and long and lean right here. We're just gonna hold it for a second. Breathe. Take this slow, and then we're just gonna walk it on back. And make this part right here, just kind of your own. So I'm lifting my head up so I don't get a head rush, giving myself a little stretch, and then we're gonna walk back out, okay? Walk back out. Hold that plank. Breathe. You can go down to a plank on your forearms. If your wrists start to hurt, you can do a plank from your knees. But the alignment's the same even if you come to your knees. So if you need to come down here, I still want a nice long neck, okay? Engage your core even if you're down there on your knees. All right, we are gonna walk it on back. Give yourself another little stretch. Make it your own. Walk it on back out. And we're gonna hold. Now I wanna come to a side plank. We're gonna make this fluid. So just turn, give me a big reach. Just kind of play around with this. We're gonna come back to our front plank. Are you breathing? And then we're gonna take it to the back side plank. And come on back to that front plank. We're gonna hold these positions for a second each time we get here. If you need to take a rest, take it, but make it quick and then come back with me. We're gonna come back to that front side plank. And then back to center. Get in position. And then we're gonna come to that back side plank. And bring it on back. Hold just for a second longer. And then we'll take it back to our stretch. So you'll walk it back. Ready? Here we go. Walk it on back. And give me that nice hamstring stretch here. You can wiggle your tail end a bit, kind of loosens up the lower back. And then we're gonna roll up. Great job. All right, guys. I'm moving my mats a bit because I need my floor to slide here at some point, but not quite yet. So I'm gonna throw this guy out and let's go ahead and lay down. A little bit of moving around today, that's all right though. We're gonna slowly roll on back. Straighten our legs out. We're gonna stick with this front leg. I want you to take both hands behind your head. You can also use your front arm and plant it on the ground because you're gonna take your elbow to touch your knee. So whatever feels more comfortable for you, you can be here or here. I just want you to touch your knee to start with, all right? So bring it in, touch your knee, open up, okay? Touch your knee, open up. Now notice how my other leg is straight. I really want you to get all the way up here and touch your elbow to your knee. We're working our core, but we're also loosening up our lower back, our spine, our neck. So I like that twist. If this is too much for you today, or what I ask you to do here in just a second gets to be too much, you can just stay right here. But in about 3 more counts, we're gonna alternate knee, toe touch, all right? Give me 1 more. Here we go. Now the knee, you've already done it. Knee, toe touch. Okay? Touch the knee, touch the toe. We're doing 10. You can pick up the pace. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and we're gonna rest our head on the mat. Hands come under our back side. Now we've just done this side, we're gonna stick with this side. So bring your legs to a 90-degree angle. You can take your hands to where they're comfortable. I like mine just on either side of my back side, but you can be out here too. We're gonna twist our lower body forward. Flex your abs, bring it back to start. Twist, bring it back to start. You wanna focus on using your core. This works your whole core, that twisting motion, and you get to relax your neck for a second. Keep your heels off your backside. Breathe. Flex your abs to bring your legs back to that start position, all right? We're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. This is gonna lead into something more here in a second. 4, 3, 2, last one. And 1. Put those legs down, straighten them out. I'm kicking my water. All right, now we're gonna go to this back side. You already know what you're in for, so let's go straight into elbow and then foot. You ready? Here we go. Elbow to knee, touch that toe. Elbow to knee, twist. Touch. All right, here's to our 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, last one, and 1. All right, now lay your head down and we're gonna do that half twist the other direction. How do I like my hands? I can't remember. We'll put them out here. All right, here we go. Twist to the side, flex your abs, bring them back to start. This is where I want you to focus on your core. Pay attention to those muscles. So flex your abs and then draw those legs back. 10 of them. Let's do it. 10. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2, last one, and 1. Great job. All right, relax those legs for just a second. And I told you we were gonna build on some of these moves that we just did. So here's kind of our first opportunity to do that. We're gonna go to a windshield wiper. So basically we did a half of a windshield wiper. I'm gonna take this to a more advanced version and I'll tell you how to modify it if you need to, all right? I think I'm gonna have my arms out to give me a little more stability. Your legs go as straight as you can get them. Go ahead and get started as I do, and then we'll chat. So you're going slightly down, up near your chest, slightly down. So you want to really bring those legs up close to your chest at the top. Now, if you need to modify this, keep going if you don't. If you need to modify, you can go with a bent knee and bring it across this way, all right? But keep your heels off your backside. I'm gonna try my best to keep it to this straight leg. We're gonna do 15. If you can do more, keep going. When I'm done, here we go. 15 and 15. I always kind of scooch down on these. 13 and 12. I can already feel it in my abs already. 11. 9 more. 8. 7. 6. 4 more. 4. 3. And 1. All right, I gotta catch my breath for a second. In doing so, we're gonna rock and roll up and come to a plank position. Now, here's the method to my madness. I'm gonna be in a full plank, but I need my hard floor because I need that slick surface. So I'm gonna roll my mats up so they're just under my hands. And here's where you get to use one of your plates, or if you're using a hand towel. If you don't have either, I'll show you what to do, all right? So there's lots of options on this move. You can do a full plank, which I'm gonna try to do as long as I can, or I'll just show you real quickly. We're gonna be in a plank position, and you can do this in the plank position from your knees. So if you need to, you can come here. Here's what I want. You're gonna take your plate or your towel out in front of you. We're gonna come up to a full plank position. One hand is on your towel or your plate. So you can kind of angle, doesn't matter. I'm just using this to support and pad this hand or wrist, okay? So we're gonna come into that plank position. Your slippery surface, you're gonna reach out away from you, and then underneath, as close to your bottom foot across as you can get. So you're reaching out, under, and across. Out, under, and through. So reach as far as you can in both directions. And we're gonna go with 12 swipes. 11. 10. And 9. 8. If you don't have something that sweeps, touch, 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 touch. 6 more. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Last 1 and 1. Oh my. Yeah. Get off this one arm for a second. I was late on that modified version. If you don't have a plate or a towel, or if what you grabbed isn't working very well, then instead of sweeping or sliding, you can just use your hand and just touch out wide and in close. Okay, we gotta do the other side. So I'm just gonna move this over here slightly. Catch my breath. And come up into that full plank position. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Reach it out, under and across. Out as far as you can. 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and 1. All right, I'll come down. We're gonna have a seat. My ground is hard, so I'm using my mat to sit on. And then we're gonna grab our 2 plates or towels, okay? They're gonna go on either side. Now, again, I'm gonna see how I do today. I'm gonna give you some options. We're gonna start out with the modified version of this, and then I'll show you a more advanced version and you can choose, okay? So I want you to sit up nice and straight. You can even lean back slightly so that that core is engaged, knees are bent. You're gonna keep your heels on the ground for a second. Take your plates or your towels, grab them in either hand. You're gonna bring them around, draw your knees up, open up, okay? Draw them up and in, open up. Draw them up and in, keep your chest open and out, okay? I don't care which way you choose to do this. We're gonna do about 12. I'll show you the advanced version. You do a combination version. Instead of drawing your legs in, you're gonna lift them up. If you don't have anything that slides, just lightly run your hands around, right? So you can lift, open, lift, and open, okay? We got our 12, do what you can. Try to lift up more than in. 9, I can't even talk. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, oh my gosh, 2, and 1. Oh, that was ugly for me, but I got through it. Okay, great job. Hopefully you guys fared a little bit better than me on that one. We're coming back to our plank position. Now, we're kind of going to do the opposite of that reach out and down, meaning you're going to reach out with your leg. So if you don't have something that will slide, and I'll see, mine might not slide very well either, but you can just tap your foot out wide. But we're going to go into a full plank, and you're going to sweep your leg out to the side as far as you can and bring it back, all right? Let's see how Erin does with this one. Okay, go ahead and bring it up into that full plank position. I'm going to take my plate under my foot. We're going to sweep it out and bring it back, all right? I want you to get it up and around as high as you can. Clear up by your shoulder. Stay in that plank position. And we've got 12, 11, 10, and 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And come on down. Now, if you can do more than I'm asking you to do, keep going. I'll take a rest between sets. So you can use that rest time to do more repetitions if you're able, all right? That's all I got from me today. That's all I can manage. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Take a second to catch your breath. It's mostly for me. You guys are probably fine. And then we're gonna do our 12 on the other side. Now, this move kind of requires you to be in a full plank position. Do your best. If you're somebody that normally doesn't do a full plank, try to hold it as long as you can. Take a break. You can go down to your forearms if you need to, but work on moving into that full plank. Even if you can just do a few sets, take a rest and then come back. That's all right. Okay. All righty, guys. Other side. See if I have enough space. I gave myself next to my wall. Ready? Here we go. Out and back. Try to stay in that plank. Don't push it like this, okay? Stay in your plank position. Here's to 12. 11. 10. And 9. 8. 6. 4. 2. And 1. Woo. Okay, we're gonna do one more set of our circles with our legs coming in and out or up and down, okay? So again, you guys know what you're in for. This is our second set. So you can choose to lift your legs up and down or bring them in and out. You guys know how crazy my last set got, but I'm gonna try my hardest to lift up for as long as I can, okay? So I've got my little plates, they're gonna slide, right? Lean back. When your plates come around, your legs come up or in. You're ready? Let's do it. 12. 10. Woo. 7. 6, try to lift more up than in. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Boom. And 1. Oh my gosh, that was so challenging for me. Whew. Okay. We're going to lay back on our back. I want to do all of the hamstring work for the end of class because we don't want your legs to be so exhausted while we're doing this core work that you can't use them, hold them up, you know, all that good stuff. So don't worry, I forgot about that. But it's going to be at the end. All right. Windshield wipers. This is our second set. I'm going to place my hands out here. I always scooch down, so I should probably start up. And then get your legs as straight as you can. You can do these with a bent knee. I already showed you that modification, so choose where you're at. Here we go. We're to the side, up and over. I can tell my core is working because I am shaky, so it's obviously getting fatigued here, which is good. But let's do our 12 more. 10. 8. 7. Last one. One. And one. All right, we're gonna shake those legs out for a bit. Go ahead and rock and roll up. And I want you to grab a weight, a lighter weight, because we're gonna use it for core, and you need to hold it in your legs. So I'm gonna go with a 10. You may be up into the 20s, okay? So remember, towards the beginning of class, that half move right here. We're gonna do that, only now it's gonna have a weight to it, weighted. So you're gonna take your dumbbell. If you can't keep holding your dumbbell, do this without weight, that's okay. Or you can even do another set of windshield wipers if you want. But you're gonna hold, okay? We're gonna go forward, flex your abs, drag it back to start, okay? We're gonna do 15, use your abs to bring those legs back. 14, exhale, breathe out as you right those legs. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, last one. 1, be careful, don't drop that weight. Set it down, relax your legs for a second, okay? Just let them rest. We're gonna do one more set on the other side, and then I have one final core set that we will do, and then we're gonna hop up to our feet and finish with some hamstrings. All right, we just have to do the same thing on the other side. All righty. If you can't hold on to your weight anymore, that's okay. Do it without. Other direction. Here we go. Twelve more. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4. Oh my gosh, I'm so shaky. 3, 2, last one. And 1, be careful getting that weight. Set it aside, great job. Okay, now this is our final. So we're gonna be lifting our hips off the ground. When I do this, I like to have a strong anchor point to hold on to. So I'm gonna use my heavy weights right up here. I'm gonna stack my 30s above my head so I can hold on to these. The other thing I like to do, I learned my lesson, is give my head a little bit of extra padding, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you a modified version of this first, because this is a pretty advanced move, and it always makes me really sore. The move I'm gonna show you right now is what you can go to if this advanced move that we're gonna do next is too intense, all right? And that's fine. For whatever reason, I think I've mentioned this before, so I had really bad ab separation with my last kid, and I've had to really ease into core work even still. So don't feel bad if you have to take this kind of stuff really slow or not do these super intense compound moves yet. That's fine. So for those of you that need to modify, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna put your hands under your backside, lift your legs straight up, get them as straight as you can, drop one, and then drop the other, okay? That is the modified version of what I'm about to show you, okay? So you can go to that. Now, the more advanced version of working these same muscles, find something nice and sturdy that you can anchor yourself to above your head. Then we're gonna lift our butt, if I can, off the ground. Ooh, let's see if I've got it sturdy enough. There we go, up off the ground. And we are going to pretend like we're stepping up on the ceiling, okay? Keep those hips up high. So start with whatever you feel like you're able to do. And we're gonna do 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Carefully bring it down, catch your breath, okay? One more set, then we're done with core today. So if you were doing the leg drop, that first set was all you were capable of doing, then you can go to that modified one leg drop. Okay, 15 reps. I'm gonna start counting right away because it's hard to breathe in this position, right? I'm gonna be a sweaty mess after this one. Okay, where was I holding? I think that worked good for me. You guys ready? Let's do it. Woo. Step. 15. 13. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. 1 and 1. And that's all I got today. Oh, okay. Core, fried, done. How about we sit up and focus on some hamstrings. Now, some of you might be thinking, this is a weird combination to be doing, but whenever we do moves for our core, we use so many other muscle groups. We use our hip flexors, any of those leg lifts, you use your quads a ton, any sort of plank stuff, you use your arms. And so I was thinking, what muscle group could we work along with core that doesn't need to help us out a ton when we are working core? And hamstrings was it, all right? So that's the method to my madness. I guess we could have done chest, but when we're in plank, we kind of hit that too, right? Back, maybe? Back would have been a good one, but hamstrings it is today. So let's start out, because we don't have a ton of time, we are gonna blast these guys with some killer compound moves that are just straightforward, deadly for the hamstrings. So we are gonna start out with some lighter, smaller weights. I've got my 10s. It doesn't matter what you use, but you're gonna elevate your heels. Now, a lot of times I have you elevate your toes. It's also really effective to do a stiff-legged deadlift with your heels elevated. So that's what we have today. So adjust your weights so that they're far enough apart. And then we're gonna grab our weight. Now, we're warm, but we haven't focused on hamstrings yet. So I want you to choose a weight that, is heavy, but don't automatically pick up your max. I can lift quite a bit with my hamstrings. So I'm gonna start out with 20s. We don't have a lot of time, so, Make it count, but don't hurt yourself. And we're just gonna give ourselves that stiff-legged deadlift. You ready? Here we go. You guys are pros at this one. I already know you are. Okie dokie. We're gonna take it slow because we're working here. So how about we do 12 more and be real in tune with the weight you chose because we're not gonna get too many sets in. So let's go with our 12. If you need more weight and you're feeling good and feeling warm, grab it. 11. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. Great job. All right. Set those weights down. Now, figure out how you're feeling because we're going to max out on a one-legged deadlift like this. If you're like, Erin, I'm not warm enough to do that yet, then go with a little bit of a lighter weight. If you're feeling like you're up for the challenge, your body's warm enough, loose enough, we're doing 10 repetitions. Let's start with the left, as heavy as you can go. So I'm gonna grab my 30s. We'll see how these treat me. So I got the one leg, I want my weight out of this other leg, but I'm using it to balance, so I'm kind of just up on my toe, shoulders back. 10, here we go. 10, so I am doing a deadlift just 7. 5. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Set your weights down, okay? Now, because we don't have a ton of time for hamstrings, we're doing some really heavy stuff right after each other. Here at the end of class, your grip's gonna need a bit of a rest. So set those weights down. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So it's a one-legged, stiff-legged deadlift. This is the leg. Keep your weight in your heel, okay? This leg, you're not using it except for to keep you from falling over. So just a little balance point. Okay, we ready? 10 repetitions. If the weight you were using on the other side was not your max, go heavier. That means if you could have done more than 10. If you need to go lighter, for whatever reason, do more repetitions, all right? Okay, you ready? Let's do it. Seven. 5. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Setting these big guys down. All right. Now, take your time, okay? We wanna catch our breath. We're gonna do a second set with our heels raised. This is going to be a max out set again, both this time. So heels are raised. We're doing 10 repetitions, as heavy as you can go. You know what? You can go up from what you just did if you think you're able. I'm gonna keep it at my 30s. I think with this angle, that's still gonna be my max, even though both of my feet are down. So we'll give it a try. 10 repetitions. This is a max out set again. You guys ready? We're gonna have some mad calluses going here in just a second. All right, here we go. Raise those heels. Make sure you're nice and stable, shoulders back, chest out. Here we go. Ten. 8. 6. 4. 2. Last one. 1. Get rid of those weights. Come on down to your mat. All right. Let me see what we got time for. Oh, let's go on our back. I want to give you a grip or rest while still working those hamstrings. So, rest your head on the ground. Take your feet out wider than 90 degrees. And then I want you to come up into a bridge position, okay? Now, you can be on your heels or you can be flat-footed, but I want you wider than 90 degrees, all right? And we're gonna start with just a little bit of a hip lift. Keep it going. No weight, okay? Working those hamstrings. Now let's do 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now leave your hips up, okay? All the weight off our front leg. So you're just gonna flop your leg open. The natural tendency is to try to push off the side of this leg. Don't. This is dead weight, okay? This is what we're lifting with. Ready? Lift and lift. Now, because of the position of this leg, your lift might kind of turn into a little bit of an angled lift, and that's fine, but keep this leg just dead weight. Don't push off this open leg. Push off the heel of the foot that's down. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, really drive that hip up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those legs up. We're gonna come to both feet down, center yourself, okay? You can be up on your heels if you want, but keep it wider than 90 degrees. Here we go, lift. Both feet are down, right? Here's to 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those hips up. You're going to drop open that back leg again. It kind of rolls you to the side. That's fine, okay? And then I want all your weight in this leg. Don't push off the open leg, just this one. Here we go, lift, lift. Adjust your foot if you feel like you don't have enough range of motion. Again, it kind of turns that hip lift into a slight angle of a hip lift, and that's fine. We're just really centralizing, localizing that hamstring. It doesn't have to be a big move. Drive that hip to the sky. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, leave that hip up, bring the other leg up, and we're doing our final set, both feet down. Again, don't worry, I'm choosing to put my feet up for this last one, heels down, but you can be flat-footed. Just keep yourself at a wider than 90-degree angle. Little teeny high, hip tuck, squeeze, lifts. Now, this should really be targeting your hamstrings. If you're not feeling it in your hamstrings, adjust where your feet are. Take them farther away from you, maybe move them in a little. But you've got 15 little teeny hip tucks to burn out those hamstrings. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Great job. All right, we're gonna hug our knees into our chest, kind of stretch out those hamstrings and glutes, and then we are gonna end class up on our feet, okay? Let me see how much we have time for. Oh, okay, I think all we're gonna have time for is one more max out set. Oh, you can stand up on each leg. So we're gonna go back to that one-legged deadlift. I think I wanna start over here. You're gonna max out. This leg will take a little rest, max out on this leg, and then I think we're gonna be out of time, all right? So 30s, that was my max. So I'm gonna go back to that. Here we go. I'm starting with my left leg, that would be your right. 10 reps, here we go. 10. 8. 6. 4. 2, last one. And 1. All right, be careful setting those heavy weights down. We're gonna take our quick breather, especially after maxing out on that side, and then we'll do the other side. All right, my grip is what usually gets the most tired in workouts like this here towards the end. Okay, you guys ready? I'm sure you're ready. Okay, we might even have time for one final deadlift with both legs. You excited about that? Here we go. Weights. Single leg. The other one. Let's do it. 10. 6. 5. 2, last one. And 1, all right, I'm setting these heavy guys down. We do have time, okay? We have time for one final set. I'm gonna kind of leave this last set to you. It's gonna be 10 reps, so you're still gonna be holding real heavy weight, but here's where your choice comes in. You can do your deadlifts just on the ground, just regular, okay? You can raise your heels like we've been doing in a couple sets today, or I'm gonna go back to raising my toes, not because that's a better lift in any sort of a way, it's just different. And I just wanna mix it up, okay? So I'm gonna do my deadlifts with my toes raised, and then we will definitely be out of time. So max out, 10 reps, you choose. Did you like it with the heels raised? Do you wanna try it with the toes raised? Or do you wanna do it flat-footed? You choose. Okay, this will at least stretch my calves out. 10 reps. We just have to hold on to these heavy weights for one more set. One more. Ugh. Ready? Yes, let's do it. Ten. 7. 4. 2, last one. And 1. We did it. Ugh. You know what, today, honestly, maybe it's just because we haven't done it in a while, I liked the way the heels raised deadlifts felt a little bit better. I'm glad we threw those in. All right, guys, that's it. We worked right down to the wire. Let me know if you finished this workout with me today. Let me know what you liked and didn't like. Did you like doing a class that we focused on abs? Do you want me to try to throw these in more often? Or maybe you're like, no, we get enough core and all the other stuff. I'd love to hear from you about that. And I would love to know if you had a favorite move today, if you finished the workout, if you hated everything, you know, all that good stuff. So I'll give you a second to regroup. If you want to comment and let me know, I love that. If you don't, that's okay too. Thanks for working out with me today. And I think my grip is too tired to pick up and put away my heavy weights right now. There's no class tomorrow, no live class anyways. So you can come on here and do any one of my past saved classes. But there's no live class tomorrow, but I'll be back for a live workout. It'll be upper body on Friday, all right? Okay, nobody wants to tell me their favorites, huh? Or what they didn't like, or maybe if they liked the core work or not. Okay, well, comment on my Instagram page, or you can comment on this later too. Great job today.